What's up guys, Anfield here. Welcome back to a new video. Today's video we're going to be looking at a replay sent to me by Delph, who's playing in his TVP. You can see I've got his top tier camo on, but that's because he plays for top tier in the Wargaming League in A, so you can check them out and give them some support. They play every Tuesdays and Thursdays I think on Wargaming League in A. They are currently second, although I think they have a game in hand on the teams below. So, but they definitely want that second place because it's very, very important. It means they get auto-qualified into the finals, the regional land finals, and they don't have to go through a qualifying stage. So, yeah, TVP is not a tank that I have a lot of content on, even though I own the tank, so I was actually really interested in this, so, yeah, I thought you guys might enjoy it because I don't have a lot of TVP. I actually have, like, maybe one video on the Skoda, but not the TVP. I did really like the Skoda. Just didn't play the TVP as much. It's not like I don't like the tank, I just don't seem to play it. It is a very powerful and potent tank though, so he's got this middle position to try and get some early shots, and he is getting royally screwed by RNG. Yeah, he should have got 4 out of 4 there, but you know, RNG just said no. But Delph is a fantastic player, so I'm really actually excited to watch the replay. And this is also a game on Cliff, which is nice for mediums, but also there's no artillery, which is really nice for Unicums. So yeah, no punishing on the front lines, you know. He doesn't have to worry about camping on the front lines anymore. So he's doing okay so far. His team is set up okay. The only thing that will concern me about his team's positioning is that they don't have anyone in the donut region. So Delph can get some shots here, but he does have to be careful that like the bat shot on the enemy team that's split in the donut doesn't come around and clip him, because that could be a problem. It can be quite difficult when the enemy does have a presence in the middle where Delph is, but also on the donut because there's a lot of crossfire. So Delph is actually coming over here now to make sure that nothing goes wrong over here, and also to avoid the T-57 clipping him out. That bat shot may have a problem. Ooh, it took like one shot I think only, which is quite lucky for his bat shot. Yeah, so far okay. The VK is coming around. I guess he can do that because there's no arty and there's control over the donut for his team. Delph's just going to try and get some shots off here. Well, a nice 3 out of 4 actually there, which is not bad. I mean, the TVP kind of has like really shitty APCR pen compared to other mediums, so you'd have to be careful. I mean, the Batshat itself suffers with its clip because of its poor gun handling, which is why you rarely get 2,000 damage out of a clip. But the TVP, unfortunately, while the gun handling is fantastic for the most part, it has really bad APCR pen, so you can often end up bouncing things that the other mediums just wouldn't do. So that can be a bit of a problem for the tank, but otherwise it's okay. His bat shot's going ham though. But the bat shot on the enemy team in the donut has not come to clip this bat shot, so I guess Delph thinks it's probably safe. Oh, that's unfortunate. So the bat shot goes out there and BK shoots him anyway. Oh, so close. Yeah, definitely not what he wanted to take. He took a hit from the VK, and then the Batshat came around and clips him as well. Not exactly favorable, but nothing really Delph could have known would have gone any differently. I mean, that Batshat sat there on his team, and the enemy Batshat didn't come around the donut. It was only when Delph got lit and then wrecked by the VK because the VK didn't shoot the Batshat, because I guess the Batshat was behind a rock maybe? I don't know. Really unfortunate there. They lose so many hit points, but... Oh, here we go. Let's see. Look at this. That's where the TVP thrives. Raw DPM. Although I'm actually kind of interested that he was successful in penning some of those shots, because those are harder shots than it was on the Patriot earlier in the battle, which is quite funny, I guess. The T-54A1 actually has a pretty bouncy turret, so a little bit of fortune on RNG compared to the Patriot shots for sure there. Oh, here comes the 57. He has to be careful there not to be clipped by the hill. Also, his team will have to keep an eye because they're beginning to lose the 1-2 low ground. Now, the low ground isn't that important, but I mean, with a T-110 E5 there against a bunch of tier 8s, even though those turrets hit tank destroyers, the E5 could clear that quite easily. So they do need to be careful there not to lose map control. The 57 is coming off the hill, but Delph is more interested in this E100. I guess he's trying to indicate to the 50B to go over after the E100. They definitely need to clear this E100, I think. You can deal with the T-57 later, but if the E-100 is dealt with, then they have complete control over the back of this hill here around the lighthouse. I don't have to worry about it. And 50B distracts the E-100. Delph gets a shot. Oh, a bounce! And very, very nice. An absolute perfect example of not getting your full shots out because it's too dangerous. You know, he had a shot left, and he maybe could have killed the E-100, but what was more likely to happen was the E-100 would snap and kill him. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're playing an autoloader. Even if you have super fast reload like Delph does in his TVP, you can't always get those shots off. Just trying to get those side damage shots on the T-57, but shots keep refusing and keep dipping too low. But yeah, so actually really nice bit of play there, just to show that, you know, you get what shots you can safely get off, and then, you know, you back up if you're going to receive too much damage. I mean, obviously there's nothing you could do about the Batshad and the VK. You didn't know that they were going to do that, but yeah, Prototype has absolutely no chance to see him. He's actually on heat rounds because he's used all his APCR except for one shell. But you can see that's clever. He went up to the bush and spotted the Prototype. Then he backed away from the bush in order to get the maximum spotting away from the bush, so that he was maximum camoed, and then fired. And then he pulled back up to the bush to spot again. So really nice there as well. Let's see if we can get this E5. The E5 needs to be lit. Ooh, let's see. Should be able to get some shots on the side turret. Yep. How fast that shot. So quick, that DPM. That's 3 out of 4. That's actually really nice. He's not going to get that one though. Yeah. So lethal, this tank. So now he may climb the lighthouse. But needs to get rid of this T-30 either way. He just needs to be careful too that he doesn't get shot from the base, because there is draw distance from the opponents from his base. Although he should be able to get this IS-3. Although he does have heat, so we just have to be careful a little bit where the shells end up. There we go. Nice kill on the IS-3 there. Ah, so he was loading heat there. Now he's swapped to his one shell of APCR. Now I really like this because the T-30 is one-shottable. So as long as nothing like screws him RNG wise, he can actually kill this T-30 with the one shell of APCR. He only has one shot at it, but the TVP is very accurate, and the T-30 is definitely one-shottable. So here we go. Very nice. So now he can swap to heat, and he doesn't have to worry about having mixed shells. Very, very clever. I really, really like that by Delph there. You know, because the TVP has 4 shots and he had 8 rounds of heat left, which means 2 full clips. Now, if he'd have shot heat, then he would have had 7 shells, which means he had a 3 and a 4 shell clip and a 1 shot from the APCR. So really, really nice bit of subtle play there by Delph. Now he has to come back and deal with the ISU and the E5. Now, the E5 obviously is on cap. We know that. But where is the ISU? So that's probably on Delph's mind right now, because the ISU could potentially be coming up the donut ramp, and that's what I would be worried about. He has plenty of time to reset this E5, but he does need to know where the ISU is. Now he's going to climb here. Those of you that remember the grand finals, this is the area where, well, on the other side of this actually, where Applewell got stuck in his Batshot. But Delph is just going to see if he can spot this E5, but unfortunately spotting range just not enough from here. You can see it's in spotting range, but you know, with camo factors added, he's not going to be able to spot that E5 on the cap. So he's going to go up here and look. He is looking constantly in that area for the ISU, actually. You can see there, just doing a check. So he's just checking all the bushes and angles to see where this E5 is. One of the advantages of playing so much Wargaming League is you begin to know the Wargaming League maps, you know, in the back of your head. You know all the spotting values of all the bushes and where people have to be in certain positions. So he's checking all these bushes one by one to see potential positions where the E5 is in the cap. So he's just taking a look here. So he attempted to pull off there, but he's just going to have a look here and see if he can get a reset, because he does have to spot this E5. There it is. Yeah, the E5 was quite far back in the cap there. That's why he was having trouble spotting him. There we go. A reset into the track, which of course does reset even with no damage, and then was able to get the lower plate. Was close there though. Was very, very close. He was checking all the bushes. That E5 was getting away with a lot in that position. But fortunately, Delph was eventually able to find the angle on the bush to spot. So he's going to go for this ISU now. And he doesn't have a great deal of shells left, and I wonder whether he's going to go for Fadens. I can't remember when I downloaded the replay if he has it. Be interesting to see because he does have the potential there with only 5 shots. That's so unlucky. What? Oh, RNG. Now he's going to clip now, so now that leaves him with 2 shots. The ISU is definitely one-shottable. So that gives him the option to clip the ISU by shooting 1 to the ground and then 1 to kill the ISU. Or maybe 1 to the track. He just has to waste that last shell to get the medal. But that was so unlucky. 2 bounces on an ISU, man. Oh dear. He's been really unlucky this game. In fact, there's damage in this game he should have had, but, you know, RNG said otherwise. So there he goes. He's go for the track and just about threads it into the lower plate there. So caps off a very nice victory and a very nice carry. There's the Fadens medal, high caliber of course, mastery badge, and just short of 9,000 damage. So a really, really nice battle by Delph. Thank you for sending it in. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Don't forget to watch Top Tier in the Wargaming League in A. Cheer those guys on. There's some really cool guys on that team. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.